Hey there, good morning everybody. Welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back here on day 21 with our series for the month of July, those great bands with two or more lead vocalists. For those of you who haven't been following, basically what I'm doing is I'm taking all those rock bands that have more than one lead singer in them. Generally, I try to stick with bands where the lead singers, are a little bit equal, but I'm trying not to do those one-off ones where you got one guy who sings all the time and then on a rare occasion this other guy sings. I try to do one where the guys on the album, the main lead singer may do most of it, but there might be one or two tracks on there that the other guy does, or maybe they're half and half, or maybe you got multiple singers who are splitting all the duties here. In this case, we have that. We have multiple singers here, four guys, super group from the 60s, 70s. Yes, we're talking about Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. And all four of them sing lead at times, but they do great harmonies too. Very folky music. For those of you who are not into that, I suggest you give these guys a listen. You may change your mind. So I was listening to some of their stuff before I came on, and just great. All their vocal ranges are all fairly similar, within the same range. Of course, to me, Neil Young's voice sounds much different than the others. He has that more whiny, kind of nasally voice, but the other three, very smooth. Stephen Still's voice a little bit higher, maybe in the falsetto range, but still he's such a good singer. You got Graham Nash, who has that more straightforward, kind of rocky sounding voice, very clear sounding, and I can always tell when it's him because it's more forward than the other guys. He tends to sing in a more basic range, but very strong voice. And then of course you got David Crosby, who has that more kind of southern drawl to his sound. All like his vocal sound is very southern drawlish, and of course they all play guitar, which is fantastic. It's just like a campfire almost, like when you're listening to them, they're all singing, and they almost all jump in at some point in every song where they're doing those harmonies, and they just do a fantastic job, all four of them. I'm partial, of course, to Neil Young because I love Neil Young. He's one of my favorite artists. Southern Man. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The guy has that voice that's so distinguishable. I can't imagine hearing Neil Young on the radio and not knowing that that's who it is. He just has such a distinct voice. But, like I said, all four of them, fantastic singers. When it's just Crosby, Stills, and Nash, they're still fantastic. But the addition of Neil Young to that adds an element of rock that I really like. He's an energetic type of guy with a very strong voice, and just adds a dimension that not that they're really missing anything, but it just adds an extra dimension, I guess, is maybe what you want to say about it. So these four guys were together early in the 70s. They did lots of stuff together, toured together. Yeah, very folky, kind of rocky sound, but catchy. It's a nice, easy listening type of music where you can just sit back, listen to the vocals. I wouldn't call them an instrumental band, although they're all pretty decent guitar players. I wouldn't say this is a band. If you like instrumental music, this is not really a band for you. But if you like vocal music, this is definitely within the wheelhouse of that, and that to me is what they are. They're a vocal harmony band, but they do such good numbers, a lot of well-known stuff, and always the great vocal harmonies, but always really good lead parts from all four members. I think all have good sounding, solid voices, and really contribute a lot to that genre of the music industry. So please, if you haven't listened to this band, give them a go and give them a chance to impress you, especially if you are trying to get into that folky sound or into that mellow kind of folky kind of rocky sound. You will find this band well within that wheelhouse. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated, and we will be back tomorrow with another band, with another one of those great bands with 2 or more lead vocalists. Sorry. Take care.